a bit. Yeah, but I hope you can hear what I'm saying.
Yes, you are clear.
Thank you. Yeah, so I think it's just a setup how we have set up the audio, but I hope next time we try to improve it so that we make it more we can be able to capture every aspect of the discussion. Yeah, so of course she has been shared with us perspective of how our journey has been from 2012 to 2024. Those are 12 years, 12 good years. You can feel that still projecting on. You can actually see the kind of passion that she has. Of course, she has gone through a lot of ups and downs, but she has not really given up. And that's actually the spirit of an entrepreneur. Of course, we look for opportunities, we try to think about how can we be able to solve these problems, and of course, using the available resources. Yeah, and of course, we all know that we also live in a very, very dynamic world whereby things are doing what? They are changing. So a solution that was there in 2012 is not the solution for 2024. And of course, we need to see how we can be able to capitalize on that. Yes? Somebody wanted to give a comment? Yes, Mercy? Hi, Mercy.
Hi, no, I wasn't talking. I think I just misdialed something. Sorry, I'm listening in.
Thank you. Yeah, so I hope we all now appreciate what you've been going, what we've been doing last week. Of course, it took us like a whole week just to go back to the basics, to see how we can be able to design a product. And of course, our main objective was to come with a product market fit. That is to come up with a product that customers can positively react to it, okay, without necessarily investing so much time into marketing the product, okay, as you try to use your product in the market. And of course, for it to have those properties, of course, it must be addressing a problem that is actually attached to their needs. So the first thing that you have to identify their needs and then come up with a product market fit. And then for you to be able to make money from this product, then you must have what? A business model fit that really relates to the circumstance of what? Of this client that you're trying to target. Okay? And we kept on talking about an example of China. You find that today, everybody in the world, if they want to buy anything, they go where? To China. For us in developing countries, we all go to China. European markets, they also go to China. Americans, they also go to China. Together, so that was a product for each and every market segment. So what they do is that they try to understand the characteristics of the target market, and then they come up with a product market fit for that specific market. So for Europe, they know that they like quality goods, so they have got quality goods for Europeans. For Americans, they know what they like. They have got market for the Americans. For Africa, they know we like compromising, so they have got a market for Africa. So those are just the realities of the world. And of course, that's why they're the global giants. So we have talked about problem and solution phase. That means you have to make sure that the problem that you are addressing is clearly identified by your customer and not what you think is their problem. And then you should be able to also come up with a way that the solution that you're trying to come up is also something that relates with the customers, and then something that they can actually buy, that they are willing to buy. So that's what you've been doing. So today, we are going to see how you can be able to validate, okay, your product and the market, okay, and then come up with a viable business model. So when you talk about validation, what do you mean by validation? Yes. What do you mean by validation? Somebody can help us to. to explain what we mean by validation? Nobody online? Nobody can try?
Yeah, I think validation means to prove that something works, or to prove that something is worth, that the customer finds it worth. Mm.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, it's a more of a way of what doing that, coming up with a proof that something is worthy doing it. Okay. Yeah, it's something that you can be able to invest in. Something is viable. So that you have to be validated. So that means that already, initially when you started, you had an assumption. Okay, that this thing can work. You get that? So that's just an assumption that you have at the initial point. That I can be, for instance, I can develop a product that can be able to address this that can be able to address the needs for this kind of client. So that's an assumption. So in the process of trying to develop that product, of course, is something that we really want to achieve. So so in the process of trying now coming up with a new value product, we want to test it in the environment, and then of course the end result of your test or your experiment should be validation. So either you're going to approve or disapprove your initial thought. So validation is just a way of validating or coming up with a proof, a way of just coming up with a way of assurance that the product is going to work. So in that case, it involves some form of measurements, because you have to be the objective. Okay, you have to have some form of measurements, and then you need to have some standards. Okay, as a point whereby you can use it as an entry point. Okay, like for instance, you want to ensure that the problem you are addressing is fixed. Okay, so how will you do it? Yeah, you can do it through a research or survey. That means that you need to organize for something like a survey or a research, okay, and then be able to do what? Come up with a way of collecting the data, that's right, and then analyze the data, that's right. Then the data will actually take on itself. So you find that one thing about design thinking is that it's not about you promoting your idea. It's about you testing your customers' pain points. That's right. You need to know what are their pain points. Mimi nawasumbua. Mimi wanataka. What do they want to achieve? You get that? So once from that, once you know their pain points and what they gain, whatever they want and what's addressing it, then you can use now that information, okay, to come up with a standard that you can actually use to validate the idea, the problem that you're trying to address. So the most important thing for you to understand their pains and their gains. Okay, those are the two most important things. Okay, their pains and their gains. Pains, okay, pains is what are the challenges that they're experiencing. Okay, that's right. What things are okay, what they want to do something, but there's some limitations. Okay, based on their gender, based on their economic status. So there are some things that they're feeling that they are painful to them. Okay? When we talk about gains, what do they want to achieve? Okay? For example, if I need something, nataka nijipake mafuta. Kisha jipaka mafuta, what do you want to gain? That's right. From using the beauty product. So you want to improve your skin, sorry. That's right. You want your skin to become light. So when you want to light. Some of us want to make our skin become moisturized. That's right. So those are the gains that they want. So you need to understand those. So then from these two, you can come up with a way of setting up your parameters. So the parameters will be, then you can come up with a key KPI, performance indices, like for instance, you want to measure how long does it take for you, for example, to get a client, convince a client about your product, okay, whether the product is working or not, okay, and once you convince this client, what's the probability that this client can be able to share the story to another client? And okay, me, I bought this thing from C Natural, and I found it working. My skin was like this, and now my skin has done what? Has changed. What the probability that they can be able to share that information to another person? So you find that there are some things, some products you create. You never know about market, you find that nobody will be talking about. You need, however good thing, you better put it aside. You better show, because maybe that it cannot be shared. You cannot really use the network to share, because that's another very important component of thinking about an idea that you can be able to conceive. Then think about a product that you feel most people say that we really need this food. There is a need for it. Okay? Because say for food is a need for it. Okay? Most people, like, remember what happened the other day, we were talking about the product, and then they were able to find someone. That even my mother and before I issue there and going, and so there's that need. You get that? So that's also another point that you can actually capitalize on. What Penny is working on, of course, we have got so many youth. We're talking about the disease. Nobody is addressing their issues. Yeah, they have been down there, keeping quiet, only that at some point is towards with an explosion. People are now saying, what are these diseases? Are they animals or people? You're staying with them in the house all these years. Yeah, we work with them, but we didn't know that they have got specific needs. To them, our touch is needy. To them, our touch is poorer. They want to tell them this, we want, they want. You tell them what they barabara, they want barabara. Different story. So those are some of the things that we need to look at. Yes.
How can you make your product like for your customers?
Yeah.
Share the information.
Okay. Yeah, and that's why I like that question, that how can you make your product to be so that customers can be able to share with other customers? Yes, who can help us to answer that?
Yeah, and you can use what the media for that I mean. When I go to the social media, because most of my clients call me Mama Self-Awareness. So when they look at what the other people are bringing out on self-awareness, they feel so bad because it's mediocrity. But now the people who have the product like you and me are not bringing that on the table. We put it under the table. So you can go to the technology. It's very, very easy to work. Bring out the product. Because everybody, Google code, everybody is bringing out code. And when you look at the code, it doesn't make sense. You remember in Natural Seed brought outside. I was looking what he brought out. We have so many products, but the way she brought it out, the way she's explaining it, is good enough to really send the message to the next level. So what you need to do is speak about your product. Package your product. Bring it out. Because that's why I'm in class. I'm in class to give you that concept. I think technology, the first time I interacted with a computer was in 1990. But up to today, I'm so scared that I'm even having to in the house, but I'm not carrying it. So in a team, I work on myself, understand how I need to conceptualize, so that I may pick up with them. Others, I remain old school.
Okay.
So for you, you just want me to product, bring it everywhere. Well, everyone I get and you don't understand about you. Some of the people say to now come and like, yeah, this is how to get my own. Okay, I explain, I'm a struggle, but I'm not able to explain because then I get there. So we have to move on from that to there. Very good.
Yes, thank you very much for that. Yeah, let's talk about C Natural. Carol, are you want to contribute something? How did you make your clients to start talking about your product? Because of the question that you did asking. How did you do it?
First, thank you, Penny. I only had very small bits of what you are saying. I hope Charles can summarize it after this. But for me, I engage my customers. When I sell my products, I engage them. I'm not very big on social media, but I try my best to have a conversation with my clients, either on social media or just inbox, to find out how the product is working for them, because I still do not have a very large customer base. So I'm able to reach out to a lot of my customers. So I send them messages and ask her, hii nakupelekaje? What's going on? Can you send me a photo of your face? Let me see how it is. So I engage my customers. And you realize that when I engage them, I advise them. And then a lot of my new customers are out of referrals. So like even now when we are in this class, 2 people have sent me a message to say, hey, so-and-so told me you sell this product and it has worked for her. So I engage them. I'm constantly chatting with them. And when I realize a product is not working for somebody, I normally propose a second option. And I encourage them to be patient so that we walk together the journey. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. I think that's okay. So what Penina said, okay, just what you have talked about engaging your clients, of course, having some form of information about your product, knowing your product and being able to explain to your clients so that they can know to pick it up and be able to refer to other clients. And you have actually put it in a more practical way, how you are doing with your products. Like example, how what she's still doing with business. Of course.
Because like I told you, I go for one-on-one, and I realize that one-on-one is old school. Because when I go to school, for instance, I go to school, meet about 40 students, maybe get a payment of 20,000. But if I would have gone online for the same thing, because I see people who never even study that thing, asking for maybe 1,000 or 400 partitions. But then of it all, look at the calculation and it's right. This girl or this man is making 100,000 for something they are not worked on. So the next thing like one is we really have to go online. We really have to market the product. We really have to showcase. Because if you don't showcase, nobody will know. But that's the latest thing that has to be done. Just showcase your product everywhere, every day.
Yeah, so I like the conversation. Maybe what I can also add on that, I think that's the beauty about design thinking. Yeah, design thinking approach whereby you start with what? With the client from scratch. You get that? So if, for instance, you start with 5 or 10 clients from scratch, that means they'll actually start owning the whole product from the idea stage. So they feel they are part of the product from the idea stage. You work with them the idea, you validate the idea with them, you validate the market with them. So you find that already, by the time now you're launching this product in the market, you already have soldiers around you. You get that? You already have people can be able to start evangelizing your product, okay? On your behalf. And of course, at no cost. You get that? So we say that's an organic growth. So if you can start having customers without when you work now to go and look for customers, you already just coming in. So you know that okay, she come, but of course, you came up with that question. It's very good. So we actually see the importance of empathizing with the client and scientific approach, okay? Because you grow with your client, okay? We talked about that business development model, where we talk about customer discovery, validation, session of customers, and then growth. So it's idea about customers. So we are not supposed to move away from customers. We just ensure that we grow with our clients.
Charles. Sorry, I'm not, today I'm just using my phone. I don't have power, so I'm not seeing my raised hand icon. So anyway, what Penina was saying, one of the other ways that I've also proved really works when she's saying just showcase your product. I normally don't miss to carry my products to any meeting. Whenever I have a meeting, a workshop, a training like this, if I were at Eldohub today, I would have set up out there. And whenever they ask for an opportunity for someone to say something, I always make sure I grab the opportunity to introduce myself and introduce my product. So I'm always looking around for these free exhibitions, even small ones, and I display. Even if they have not put up a display table, I put my products on the table in the meeting, So that also helps to get people talking about my products. Yes.
Sure. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, you can see that the campaign should not stop. That is a continuous campaign. And then you just say that by the way is starting with the client from the industry. You grow with them. Okay? So you find that when you grow with them during the evolution of the product development, they end up owning the product. So by the time you announce the product, you already have people working to start talking about the product.
She doesn't make a follow-up.
Yeah.
We were here 2 months ago, 1 month ago. I bought a product from her, coffee, and I thought I'm not going to drink this coffee. And I found coffee is also very good for a scrub. And I bought the scrub from her, and I'm not used to the scrub somehow. I think because I've been having ups and downs, my mom is not right. But she has not called me to say, how did they cope you out? Because you should have called me, I would have visited that night very fast. When she's talking about showcasing her products, I think the day we were all showcasing our products at what do you call it? Rupa. I was in a certain I was in a hospital setup. So we were doing something. So in the process of telling them about mental health and how I do leadership and mental health for workers, somebody else came and they said, Mheshimiwa. I was like, Mheshimiwa, you're not a I do a lot for CDF and everything. So, I'm not Mheshimiwa in those times. I'm about for tenancy. That's good enough. Thank you, just by card. Today we have, tomorrow we're having mental health day for men. Please bring the men in your institution and I'll be able to talk to them. He didn't introduce me yesterday, that day. But 2 days ago, he called to tell me we are not having something for benefit, but I'm the chair of all the accountants in the North region. We are having dinner. And I thought about you because most of us are men. Can you talk to us for 2 hours? Already I'm saying, okay, NITA is registered with most companies are registered with NITA. The accountants are not who have the same. I would never understood that when you train through as a NITA trainer, NITA pays the company back. You see? So most of them are not out, and when you take a look at it, just put it aside on their left, completely in a company, but I think I can page 200% more. I didn't know how to get through these people, but that's kind. That I just get that way, and that explanation, the presentation within 10 minutes or 5 minutes presentation, I feel I've got the impact because I've now been having the meeting report on their own mind. 100 of them. So already it's a breakthrough. So we need to showcase over and over again in whichever way you can.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I think I'm going to get that. Yeah, so it's not the definition of just making a share. It's about, of course, interacting with your client, packaging information so that we teach your client, so they know exactly what you're selling. And then more importantly, you must always get their feedback. I think you have talked about it. He bought a product from you, so you better check on that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, so that's how you can validate your product, your problem solution fit. You can validate your market fit, of course, by interacting, okay, with the client at the marketplace. You have to go to the shop, okay, interact with the people, put them on ground, for village, okay, let them test your product. This aspect of making a sale. Making a sale, that's the work for a salesperson. You get that? So don't take up the role of a salesperson when you're a startup. Because that means that you focus on trying to sell your product. and not really trying to understand their insights. But you see, for a startup, it's better that you try to present the product to the client and use it as a way of more learning. Even if they don't buy your product, don't feel hard. Try to understand why is that they don't want to buy your product. Is that it's too expensive? Okay? Is that does not address their needs? You get that? So that's how you present your product. Instead of you just making products and then trying to sell. You get that? So that now the approach that we're trying to address. So I hope that also works with somebody else also has the same experience. Yeah, for the online people, anybody want to contribute on that? Yeah, so we have talked about market validation. In the process of just evaluating the potential success of a business idea or a product in the market. So that's the most important thing, okay? Before you invest into any given product. So you have to keep on checking between your value proposition and what the market wants. What you're trying to sell, okay, that's right, and what they want. So you have to ensure that the two things, they fit one another, okay? They fit one another. You have to make sure that they marry one another. Otherwise, if there's a mismatch between the two of them, then you find yourself in trouble. You're trying to sell an aeroplane and they need a bicycle. You hear that? Yeah? So you see, an aeroplane is good. Maybe they also have the for aeroplanes, but wanaona at one year they get to your attack. So they don't need an aeroplane. They only need a bicycle. You get that? So you have to ensure that there is that fit between what the people want and what you're trying to sell. It's very, very important for you to get results. Okay, so they must have that. And you say that how do you fit? So you have to, when you're fitting whatever your products and services, okay, ensure that they address their gains and their pains. You say those two things, okay? Their gains, what do they want to achieve at the end of the day, and what are their challenges, what are their issues. Nataka nikuwe mrembo, sawa, yeah? But I cannot be able to, I cannot afford, okay, beauty products that are available in the market. Together. So that is now from the customer. Anataka kuwe mrembo lakini hawezi afford. So what atafanya nini? So you must provide something that addresses those two challenges, the gains as well as the pains. So we can think about a list of pains. So the pain, maybe they find that things are too costly, okay? They feel bad. Maybe they have got solutions, they've got ideas about the solution that maybe does not work. Maybe people perceive the product. You get that this one, maybe they are less the product, maybe mafuta ni wanaume. Because such a thing can actually affect the client. So if you know that your targets are female, you have to feminize your product so that they associate with it. If you're targeting men, okay, come up with a product that looks for men, like lifeboat. Yeah, a lifeboat. You get that? So you come up with a concept that really makes them to associate with the product. So you need to check on that. Explore the gains. What do they want to achieve? They want to become happy. They feel happy when they spend shares and gain more. You get that? That's what any client would want to do. They like getting a status because sometimes they can go and talk somewhere like, you know me, natumianga hii mafuta, you know, and when they say natumianga hii mafuta, nobody will question that. No, hey, you guys, you're okay. I think you're using that thing because there's that status that they want to achieve, the structure that they want to achieve. So the way they want to feel positively in the social setup. So you need to speak about that. So you need to create an image about it. Okay, even now when you're coming up with a marketing strategy, you need to come up with a concept, marketing concept, okay, with the right influencer for your product, so that when people look at the product, they can able to appreciate it with a specific idea that they will want to be associated with. So of course, if this part of this design, kama ni maziwa, Unajua this one is the council champion. Ndio. Yeah, so make sure that your brand and everything comes to do with what? With champions. Together. So of course, that will give you a quick win for the current target market, the local target market. So you can validate the business model. And then once you have done the business model, then you can now start thinking about your business. It's only at this point that you can now start planning what your business. Before, you are just trying to testing your idea, testing whether your product can work together. So this time now you can now start thinking of how do I get now to the market? Now going to the market what strategy. So in this case now you start thinking more broadly now. You already have a minimum value product and you feel that this product I can take this product to the market together. Now you want to make now a business out of it. So in this case, you can start thinking about competitors in the market. Okay, who are my competitors? Who will be my main clients? Okay, which kind of service do my competitors offer, and what do I want to offer? What will be my main product? How am I going to reach out to the market and all that? Okay. Of course, how do I want to position myself, position the company? What position do you want to get? Okay, in the market. So you start thinking about how to model your business. That's right. So that means now we start talking about what a business model. Okay. So you find that before you get to the business model, you're supposed to run all the trials. We have to try. We have the market to try, the product to try, the problem solution to try. So from this point is where now you can start coming up with a business model. So the business model basically shows how you're going to create value, how you're going to, the product that you're going to sell to the client, and how you're going to create value. And this can simply be captured in what you call a business plan, okay, which is more of a document showing the blueprint of your whole business, how you want the business to be structured, because thinking about the organization, the vision, and everything. But in all these things, what drives it is the business model. So for you to do that, of course, you can use a business model canvas, okay? Just to capture the snapshot of how you want your business to be organized. Okay? That's right. So that now you put your ideas together. Say how you're going to carry out your business. So of course, we decide to approach to say that we start with where? With what? We start with another than design thinking approach. We start with customers. Customers discover. So even when you're getting a business canvas model, you find the first thing that you need to do is that you need to think about, first of all, think about your customers. Okay? Think about your customers. So this you can look at this canvas here. You've got customers on the right side, customer segments. So we need to identify the customer segments that you really want to target, because from these customers, you can do, okay, you know what their challenges are, what their problems are, that's right. Then you need to find these customers. You need now to, okay, of course, come up with a way of finding the customers to those market segments. That's right. So how do you do that? Is now through market. Okay? Coming up with value proposition. What do you want to offer to that specific what? Market. So that you can be able to what? Get some money out of it. So value proposition should come number 2. Okay? So value proposition should come number 2. Then from there, think about how are you going to reach out to these clients? Okay? How are you going to reach out to these clients? Then from there, you can now think about activities, key resources that you need, cost structures, revenue, and then of course, think about other partners that you need to take. So in this case, you can have a snapshot of your business, okay? Business plan. So you need to think about customer segment for your product. Now that you understand exactly what product you have and what you want to address, you can mention them. Okay? Yeah, so maybe we'll allow you can draw that structure for those who have put up there. Customer development. Customer development different. Customer development, we're looking at it and stuff. Okay, so that's an approach. Yeah. So here, it's like, okay, we'll try to move at this part. So okay. For the lead canvas now for leading over the product. Now here we want to come up with a business. Yeah, you have tested your minimum viable product and you have identified an opportunity that you want to pursue as a business now. You want now to start trading. Okay? So in that case, now you're now in this stage of business model.
But we have it in our hands.
Yeah, but I'll share with you. So the canvas model simply tries to show some of the key areas that you need to address or that you need to put together so that you can come up with your business. So we have said, if you look at this model, it has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9, 9 parts. Okay, 9 parts of a business. So this is how it's structured. Of course, traditionally, people have been just filling it for many points, but we are saying from a scientific approach, you have to start what? In the customer segment. That's right. With which customer segment, you can come up with value proposition. How you will position yourself, okay? To these customers so that they feel they need your product or they need your service.
The profile, the business profile. What there is, like, I mean, it is positioning as well. You can say right now.
The first one was the problem
I'm hearing saying that if you position yourself in late, you'll be able to be in a customer, if you have a customer point of view. But every time you have a customer point of view, you're not relating with it. You cannot look at your product and say, oh, okay, you are capacity building, you are team building, you are self-awareness, you are mental health. I can tick. This is what I want. Good for me. This other one, somebody else can do it, then it's something can take. I mean, we're kind of getting closer to really providing ourselves.
Yes. So, okay, I understand what you're going to. Okay, the issue that you're trying to bring in your mind. But here, we have evolved. Yeah, we actually moved from where we were before. We have moved from idea. We have moved to validation of a product. Now we want to scale this product. Now you can only scale this product to a business. Is that right? So when you're trying to concentrate a business now, you want to come up with a business model. How will this work? Now we're not thinking in terms of, we now move to another stage. Yeah? We're using now the that we have gathered from this lean startup. Okay?
This is not you're giving the client. This is not your president.
No, now this one is now you are the client. You are the business partner now. Okay? Yeah. So we have been planning, trying to think what opportunity should I explore? What product should I offer? How should I sell my product? That's what you were trying to do last year. Right. Now you are now to start your business. Now you are the founder. So how do you do that? You need now to come up with a model for your business. Now you will sit now as a business founder. Now you start looking at business from this kind of thing. So here you're looking at it now as the founder of the business. So you're trying to model how are you now you're trying to ask yourself, how am I going to organize my business so that it's fair?
For instance, Eldohub is already here, it knows that they offer trainings, they offer IT services, they offer.
You want to offer, let's say you want to offer now, then
They want to offer. They want to offer. It's not like they started off and they want to offer.
Even when you were started, but you already identified what you want to. Okay. Now, how do you organize yourself? How do you manage? How do you model yourself so that you can do the work? So we talk about that business model. That's what we're saying. The validation is very important. The validation is just like approve.
Okay.
Yeah, we have already have an okay. That this thing, if I put here my money, I need a Zama. Then you can pick up. Then so you have already done the validation, done everything. So what do? You now start thinking how you're going to do what? Come up with your business. Yeah, business concept.
So we're talking about business concept, not provide.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I hope we are together. So we said that now when you're looking at your business concept, you find that you need to okay, you can use the business canvas model. Okay, to try to have a one-page view of how the business is going to work. So it's like one page. Okay, you just need to create some snapshots of showing how your business is going to work, different parts of the business. So in that case, we say that the first thing that you need to identify, okay, when you're filling this canvas, you say that you can fill it from anywhere, but when we are saying that as a design thinker, you must start filling the customer segment part. Okay, one okay, students, lecturers, families, like for your case. Okay, yeah, for Juliet, for your customers, university students, yes, household, maybe other hotels, more hotels. Yes. So those will be your market segment. So you need to identify the three of them. Okay. Then now it comes to value proposition. What value do we deliver to these customers? Now you ask yourself now, you see that. So you can say, for example, students, what are you going to deliver to students?
So, one.
Okay, with the canvas model, of course, it's more general, the little snapshot. You see now the link canvas is used with that specific target segment. You get that? Yeah, but the canvas here, for the power. Okay. But for the business canvas model, it looks for the whole business as it is. So you can choose to start with 3 products. You get that? Or choose to start with 1 product. That is now up to you as a customer. Okay? So now, like if, for example, you're going to start with 3 products, then you're going to have 3 market segments. They are right there, market segment 1 is students, the other one is what? Household, then the other one is hotels. Yeah. Then value proposition for each target market segment that you have identified there, you must specify here. Okay. What are you going to deliver to students? What are you going to deliver to hotel? What are you going to deliver to household? Okay. So that those are value proposition. How unique is your business need to be? Okay. How do you reach that? Okay. Then think about the challenge. Now you're thinking about the business. Okay. How are you going to reach out to this client? How do you reach out to this client? Yeah, today we talked about using social media if you want. Of course, if you're going to use Jumia to be produced, that will also work. You can say you're going to use Jumia, okay, so that you can sell people products online. Together. So you can think about the channels, okay, that you're going to use. Think about activities that you are really going to require for distribution of your product. Now, yes, now this business now, we're coming up with that business itself. Think about that. We starting from production, of course, marketing and all that. Think about resources. What resources do you require? Okay, is that right? Yeah, of course, for your case, think about the raw materials, coffee and all that. Those are what you need for your business. Think about the people that you need. Sales people, marketing people, mtu wa mkono, you need to think about it. That's right. Then, of course, with that in mind, once you think about value proposition, think about channels and activities and key resources, then, of course, at this point here, you will have a different idea about how much it costs you to produce your product. So you can now feel the cost. Okay? Yeah, so for business, to get coffee, it will cost me this amount. So you put there, you can fill there, and then once you put all your costs down there, then you can start now thinking about your revenue. How do you meet those costs with a profit margin? So you need to have market fit again. So it should be a product that you feel this the amount I'm going to put inside there, and this how much I'm going to get the money from it. Okay, and then from there you can think about partners, people that you're going to work with. Okay, so you find that in this case you already have a market of your complete business, overview of your business, complete business that you want to start. Okay? So we call that business canvas model. Yeah. So I can allow you to start thinking about that. You can draw that in your piece of paper, and then maybe just say highlight on them. Yes. Yes. Customer relationship. Yeah, of course. How are you making this? Oh, let's put the number. Of course, once you have attained, you have provided the position, the channels, then of course, customer relationship become the number 3 or number 4. Yeah. Number 4. Yeah. So anybody you can work on it so that you can share maybe what you have. For those online, say that just draw that canvas and then try to fill it. Okay, it doesn't have to be complete. Okay, just highlight the key points. I'll say we start with the customer segments, value proposition, channels, activities, resources, costing structure, revenue structure, partners. Customer relationship can also be large or can come in between. So just right think about now your business. Now we are moved away from products. Now we are going to what you call business development. Okay, there's 3. Yeah, anybody who has completed, some of us, this is tough. Yeah. So think about your business. Just write some in point format, don't write so much. The public can be able to quickly present to an investor. Yeah, who was finished, maybe can share with us the canvas model. Just answer the questions, don't worry about the content, take the canvas. For what is value that our customers need to buy. Yes.
My business model canvas. Under the key partner, I have schools, institutions, organizations, and corporates. And then the partners are the associations. And like what do they stand to gain? They stand to get from their organization being marketed. And they also give CSR to the people within the organization through us. That is what they give. We will speak to them, or we will speak to their workers. They get in terms of CSR, please they belong outside there. So that's what they're good at. The activities are actually in there, leadership training, mental health training, and conflict resolution. Those are the key activities. And then the key resources, or what we call the distribution. You can do again that.
What do you carry out with that?
I need report, I need the report, including items. I need the report. And then, yes, and I need the tools, the work tools, for instance, the computer, projector, and those kind of stuff. And then also need the board on the field. And then under value proposition, I'm bringing out the self-awareness. And then under customer relationships, we have the fulfillment. And then bringing out holistic people and making better people. A channel through word of mouth or social media, yes, or advertising. And then customer segments, I have the institutions and the corporates. And then the best product that we have is actually team building. The best product that is under over the mistake. What are the most important inherent in our business model? Which key resources are most expensive? The most expensive one is the team building one, because it involves a lot of people. I have to do other people. I have to bring in the resources. And then we have revenue streams. We get revenue, our streams coming through self-awareness and the channel, we then paper and checks.
Okay. Yeah, thank you for sharing us with your canvas business model. Of course, okay, you have put it well, you come out well. Yeah, the only challenge that you had is that suppose you explain to an investor, because the investor will then try to understand what that you're trying to do together. And because the person is partners and all that, so like it might take time to understand exactly what they're doing. But you find that there's a way in which you can package this canvas model and tell it as a story so that somebody can be able to understand exactly what you're doing from point one. You get that? So again, that's again takes us back to what? Design thinking, way of doing things. So you have to start again with the market segment. These are the market strategy. Then talk about the market position, think about, so you see some story. It's true. Yeah, so that's what you can do with explain. Yeah. Anybody else want to share with us his or her canvas, business canvas model online? Hello, for those who are online, we have we have like 2 or 3 minutes to go. So if anybody is ready, please just go ahead. Betty,
Yes,
yes, please can you share with us your canvas model? Just to talk us through whatever you put on the paper.
my network seems to be very unstable,
Yes.
but
Yeah.
are you getting me?
Yes, yes.
My business is registered.
Oh, you're breaking. Okay. Then you can see you have some challenge. Okay, so see naturals, please can you share with us?
Can you let me talk about it next time?
Yeah, you can actually understand you have some issues. So let's maybe share with us in the next session. See naturals. Yes. Okay. Okay. Who is that? Well, yeah. Oh, John, are you ready to go? To share with us your business canvas model? Yes. Hi, John. Hi, John. I'm telling you. Yeah, so okay. So what I was just trying to explain here that when you are somebody speaking. Okay. I was trying to explain to you that when you are now presenting your canvas model, of course, you start with customers and then you go to the business. Okay? So you find that that's basically helps to make sure that your ideas will flow. So like you can look at that diagram there, you see we have actually marked segment, customer segment as number one, or value proposition as also number one. So you can either use the two of them, and then you can talk about value propositions, talk the channels, customer relationship, and of course, for an investor, will be mainly be focused on the revenue, how much the business going to, the value the business is going to generate. So revenue streams becomes now, you see this slide like number 2 there, because those are talking about customers. And then after that, then you can start talking about the business itself, how you are going to do, how you are going to implement your business. You can talk about the partners that you're going to work with. You can talk about the key activities, talk about the resources, and then of course, cost structure, how much it will cost. So the costing will come at the end, okay? So if I that you explain it that way to an investor, someone can be able to understand exactly what you're going to do. You know, on one page, okay? One page business model. So this kind of how you are going to work it out. So that's an example. Of course, Selena has already shared with us. This one is about, for example, it's a training or a training business, of course, like what Selena is also doing, concerning about mentorship. And of course, you can actually see this is how you can be able to talk about the business model. So talk about people who are the targets for the product. And for this mentor, is targeting entrepreneurs and product teams. Of course, for Selena, she was talking about academic institutions and all that. So that's how you can look at it. And of course, what value should be, or this person trying to present to the class, talking about jumpstart your idea quickly, learn, start principles, find out. So those are just some of the themes, okay, of how they'll be actually be able to guide the clients. And then talk about how is he going to reach out to the client? Word of mouth, maybe using social media, etc. How are you going to relate with the client? Maybe during events, follow-up calls, talk about follow-up calls, support from the community and all that. How are you going to make money? Maybe fees to attend. And then what will be the key activities, conduct events, follow-up coaching, who are you going to work with, corporate organizations, conferences, lean startups, community, etc. Key resources that you require, mentors, and the content, and then the costing structure, how much it will cost. So you find that that's basically an explanation of a business model. So you find that you can quickly come up with capture your business on a business model canvas, and then be able to pitch it to an investor. You find that this is just what we're going to conceptualize your business and then try to put it organized from a business or an investor point of view. We call this one a business. It's more of a business model, okay? It really shows how you're going to invest and capture value from all the things that you want to achieve in your business. So because of time, see, we only have 10. Yeah, it's already past time. So sorry, today we started a bit late, but tomorrow shall be a bit, try to start a bit early. So today we had a hybrid session. So I think how will you want us tomorrow to do anything? For those who are here today? Yeah. Okay. Tomorrow. Wednesday. Yeah, so we can have Okay. So we do it on Thursday or Wednesday. So we do Wednesday. Okay, so we'll have another hybrid session on Wednesday. So tomorrow we shall resume to our usual online session. Is that okay? Yeah, of course, what we are doing also, we also applying the design thinking approach because this is the first cohort. So we also the learning process. So we want to come up with the most appropriate time, of course, so that you can also learn from the whole process. So it's more the learning approach. Yeah, so we are working everything on stone, but we're trying to find the best way to start, the best way to support you and to engage you. Otherwise, thank you all for your patience and finding time for today's session. I wish you all the best. And if you have got any question, please be free to share with us at any given time through the WhatsApp group. We're also going to share this business canvas model through the WhatsApp so that you can fill it yourself for your specific business so that you can also share it maybe for the next session. Otherwise, thank you all and have a nice day. And then, is anybody with a question online before? Okay, so thank you then. Bye bye.
Charles,
Yes. Yeah, you're back.
sorry, my power went off at some point, so I lost the last part of the meeting.
Yeah.
I just got in when you are talking about when we are meeting next. Kindly, if you could clarify for me.
Okay. Yeah, but I think you did you drop when we were discussing the business canvas model?
Yeah, when you had told us to.
Okay.
So yeah, I dropped out when we were doing the drawing, and then power just came back. So I was just asking. I got back in when you were talking about when we are meeting next.
Oh yeah.
So
what
if you could.
That I'm going to share with you. Yeah, I was saying I'm going to share with you this business canvas model so that you can work on it.
Yes.
So that you can complete it. But before that, we're also trying to assess today's session so that we can tomorrow and the days to come. And we have agreed that tomorrow you're going to have an online session, and then on Wednesday we can have a session so that we can give you an opportunity for those who can be able to come to Eldohub. You can come here. Of course, you can also give you personalized support, maybe if you really want to get any further clarification, you can come on Wednesday so that you can have that. So I think that's what we don't, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So anybody also want to get any clarification, you can come on Wednesday. I think since I'll be here, you can come here even after the session. You can also have a one-on-one discussion with you.
Asante. Good day.
Yeah, then the other thing that you might have missed is we're trying to see how you can be able to present your business model canvas. You say that when you're doing the presentation, for example, you have already dropped your business canvas model, then you have to make sure that you present it in a more logical way so that an investor can be able to appreciate it. And we say that you can do that by first focusing on the customer, and then two, you turn to the business. So like you can start talking about customer segment and value proposition, then talk about how much you need to develop, then talk about how you're going to reach out to your clients, the channels, the customer relationship, and then talk about activities, about the people that you're going to work with, the key partners, and then the key activities and resources, and then finally the cost structure. So when you're presenting, if you follow that format, then you can really appeal to an investor and feel that they really want to invest into your product. Yeah, so I think that's the thing that you also discuss while you are offline. So, but I'll share with you all this. Definitely. Yeah. Okay, sir. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Bye.